So, happy, happy May the 4th, everyone. I hope it goes out on the day it's supposed to. My calendar's still on April. Anyways, this is an unscripted video because I forgot May the 4th was, like, coming up. Because apparently I can't look at a calendar. But yeah, I was working on a bigger project and I didn't necessarily want to go back to Star Wars yet. And like, I could, most people just reviewed the complete saga and then reviewed the Skywalker Saga. Like, there wasn't like 20 games in between those that kind of show the development of Lego games as a thing. But hey, most people don't really see like Lego games as its own franchise. They see Lego Star Wars as its own thing, and like Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Batman, those are all their own independent series, despite the fact they are not. That, you know, general consumer, whatever. So, yeah, this is an unscripted kind of basic thoughts on the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. First, if you hear sounds in the background, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put, like, the music. This is essentially just an extended version of the segment I do in my credit sequence. Have fun. But yeah, this is unscripted. I don't really have an idea of what I'm doing going into this. Probably not editing all of this because this is being recorded on May the 3rd. Whoops. This is more of a general thoughts, general impressions. I think I'm only like about 70% of the way done with the game, so you know. Most people would just make a review like after they beat the story mode. No, I go all in, and you know, also I have to have time to I got 22 more games before I get to that in my proper review series, which I do plan on just continuing it. Just like, yo, I want a little bit of a break, and I got other things on the mind. Anyways, stupid, pointless, gotta move on. So the game itself is good. That's basically it. It is a good game. In fact, I think it is one of the best Lego games. Not the best. It is not the best Lego game. I do certainly think there are a few better ones, but it is definitely, you know, up there. I think the part that I'm really happy about is, okay, this will sound stupid, but when they first announced this, I was like, how are they gonna fit 9 movies into their 15-level thing? Like, man, the sequel trilogy's gonna get botched in that transition. They're gonna just cram all those movies into one. Just cram The Last Jedi into a level. That'd be interesting. It would be very easy to put Rise of Skywalker into a level, though. Like, that movie's just crazy. But I do have to applaud them, by the way, for choosing to acknowledge the fans with adding the fan films, the fan-made sequels, despite the fact that, you know, the sequel novel, The Sith Resurgence, it's, you know, a better version of the story they were essentially telling, but, you know, fans got bored, made a fan movie, somehow Disney endorsed it, and now it's been adapted into a Lego game. Pretty interesting. Outside of my subtle hint to tell people to go read a fan fiction because they're better than the movies, yes, that was the thing I was most interested in, was seeing how they would re-adapt The Force Awakens, because The Force Awakens previously got an entire game to itself, and now it's sharing top billing with 8 others. And how they would readapt the sequel trilogy. Adapt the sequel trilogy. I was talking about level numbers. Every movie has like 5 levels to itself, which is impressive because, like, since Lego Batman 2, they've just only done 15. This is what happens when I don't have a script. I just kind of jump around. Anyways. But, Force Awakens, I feel, was adapted pretty well, you know. Last Jedi. I always felt like Hi, I'm Alex McWilliams. I am the man that has all the wrong opinions, and I like The Last Jedi. Sue me. But I feel it was a bit. I don't like how the sequel trilogy's adapted. Honestly, I like The Force Awakens with its adaptation, and I don't think I like the others because The Last Jedi is kind of more of a theory movie, and the dark side cave was kind of cool though, and well, I just don't like the Rise of Skywalker like at all. It's a garbage movie, and even the Lego game couldn't save it. Like with every other movie, even The Last Jedi, the jokes were more just haha, fan things, woo, funny jokes, and with The Rise of Skywalker, I think even the developers didn't like the movie because it seems like they just make so many actually that's kind of cruel jokes to it. I don't necessarily argue with that. It's fair, but I think my favorite adaptations were how they did the prequels, because I am a prequel fan. Hi, wrong opinion man here. But yeah, I think the prequels had the best, mainly because the original Lego Star Wars. I didn't say it in the complete saga review because that was more of an overall thing. But I think the original, the very first Lego Star Wars had the problem of being more of a, being a clip show of all the best moments. In fact, I praised it at the time because it's hey, but that was just because you had to make levels, it has to all be interesting, so yes, cut out all the uninteresting talking points, and technically they did a Camino level, so they didn't even do that, but you know how it goes. But yeah, this time around, they had, it was especially bad in Revenge of the Sith because like the other two movies that had been out for a while, that one was coming out in another month, so a lot of the scenes just didn't have much context. You had to see the movie to make sense of it. But this time it was very, very interesting to see how they actually adapted all the nice, cool moments. Especially with Revenge of the Sith, they actually got to sit down. They got to write out all the dialogue and have the Clone Wars actors voice it. I love the fact that they got the Clone Wars actor. So yeah, I like this game. Oh yeah, the original trilogy did the good. But that's not it. It's not just adaptations of the levels. It is the open world and the free play. And I'll start with the free play because it's kind of like normal. You replay levels. There's only 5 mini-kits now, which I'm okay with it. The levels are much smaller and more truncated, and that's a good idea. They're really meant more. It's hey, here's the big plot moment. Now let's take let's have an extended period of time to experience this. I think that means, at least to me, the one flaw is I should be able to replay the story mode of the movie, sit down and play through the entire movie again in story mode without having to start a new save file, so I can re-experience it like that. I feel like that would be a really cool thing to do. Maybe they could add it, but this is the other reason why I don't want to do a full video now, is because by the time I get to it in my Lego game project I'm working on, all the updates will most likely be done, so I can feel I can make a final ruling, because right now reviews are kind of like not indicative of what the final game will have because it's not finished yet. But that sounds mean. This isn't a finish it later game. It has all the content it's supposed to. Speaking of there's a lot of collectibles, I just got to say, from mini kits to level challenges. I was going to talk about that, I'll get back to it. Data cards. I like data cards because they're essentially a better version of the red bricks. Because you know how red bricks work, there's like one dedicated to each level, and when you pick up that specific red brick, you get like every single special cheat is connected to a red brick, and once you pick that up, you can unlock it. Data cards are more interesting because you just pick up a data card and then it just goes, okay, you can pick whichever one you want. No holds bars, you just have to have the stud amount. I feel like that's better and like just gives the player more options. Do you want one of the funny little cheats? You know, like baguette lightsabers, rainbow effects, or do you want the stud multipliers? That's a lie, you want the stud multipliers. But you know, a lot of the cheats I thought they were gonna add were instead put into the new upgrade system, which, okay. The upgrade system, something every LEGO game needs from now on. It is so smart. Okay. Time for qualifiers. It is smart for like the main, like the overall upgrades. I think they're called like player upgrades or something. But you know, you get more health, you get your ship like gets more health, you get the stud detection, the stud magnet, you get the collectible detector. It's really cool. I like the fact that they've all connected directly to like your players, so like you can have more funny cheats. I kind of hope that in the next few games, the stud multipliers get added into like the player upgrade tree, so you can like throw them out more naturally. So yeah, the player upgrade tree was a good idea, but the class upgrade tree, no, I don't like that. Mainly because they either feel like a pointless addition or a straight up downgrade, like how with bounty hunters, when you fully upgrade them, they get like a spread shot. That's not that useful. In fact, it might just hint. Okay, that's a lie. It does technically do more damage to enemies. I would rather just have the normal one. Just the normal gun though, you know? A lot of their upgrades are just kind of woohoo, I guess. But that's what the Kyber bricks do. And look, Kyber bricks are just the replacement for gold bricks. I'm not gonna pretend like they aren't. I know too much about LEGO games. Those are just the new version of gold bricks. And you know what? I think they're probably better because at least this time your reason to go out and grab them is more than just, well, that's another one. Check that off the list. And it's more, oh hey, if I grab this, I'm gonna be one closer to getting an upgrade I want. Which, you know, is good. It gets players to come back in and do more stuff. And I could understand like seeing like the 1,000 or so there are and going, that's too much. But to me, they're like Mario Odyssey's moons, which like I know a lot of people also don't like. But I like them because they've how do I say this? They help keep the monotony from getting too boring, you know? Like, okay, LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, my least favorite LEGO game. It is so monotonous. And one of those things is because it takes, you have to go on like these 10-minute long quests for like every time, and your only reward is one singular character or one singular gold brick. And like, I went through all this effort for this. Oh my god, why did I do this? This is a horrible idea. Why? So, with the smaller, easier ones to find, because there are some that are easier to find, some are locked behind big quests. They're nice because you can like go run about, do other stuff, and yet still like stop in and pick up when like you're in the middle of a quest and you can get distracted and pick up a couple of kyber crystals and go on. So I hope I'm getting my point across well. Scripts help. But yeah, I'm still saving my complete judgment for when the last bit of the DLC's out. Also, can we just appreciate the fact that the DLC for this game is not like, oh, levels and I know so many people are like, oh, we want big levels, we want characters with voice lines would be nice, but like, oh, we want big levels with a lot of collectibles, and I'm sitting there like, you want more? I mean, I bought the DLC, I bought the season pass, but that's just mainly because, oh hey, I want the classic characters pack, and you know what, at this point, why not just go all in? I am trapped in this forever, so why not? And, you know, but you don't have to buy the DLC, or you can only buy like 1 or 2 packs. It's fine, because, you know, it's not necessary. The DLC is not filling in gaps that the main game was missing. It is solely its own thing, and I like that. What I really don't like is, so many people are just like, oh, we want more stuff. It's like, no, I don't like it when games, like, was like, hey, has like something obviously missing, and they'll be like, hey, we'll sell this back to you for whatever money. I like that it's just characters being sold, because that is not really interested in any of the characters. I'll just skip out. Or, oh, I might really only want the Mandalorian or the classic characters pack, or I just want Ahsoka or whatever. And then, you know, they're there. You can just get the ones you want. It's fine. So, yeah, but, Skywalker Saga is a good game. That is like the only time the game has ever crashed. I'll be honest with you.